Are you trying to figure out your Q4 sales plan so that you can maximize all the money that's going to be spent over the holidays? Well, things are moving a little bit differently this year than they have in years past. So today I am going to react as a business coach to tips for early holiday shopping amid looming shortages, because this really is going to be a different year in our holiday sales cycle.
Preparing for fall and getting ready for Halloween, retailers are saying that we better get
This is
moving
true.
on Christmas
I
and
legitimately
holiday
went into
shopping
Lowe's
now.
this week
Shipping
and they have
bottlenecks, production
all their
shortages,
Christmas
and
stuff out.
rising prices are already
Nothing,
impacting
like
what's in
Halloween's
stores
barely
and
even in
online.
there anymore.
And the holiday rush could make it even worse. Trey Bodge, smart shopping expert at TrueTrade.com, is back to explain how to avoid delays and stay back on budget. Welcome back. So Trey, first just give us an overview of what's actually happening right now and what it could mean for the holidays.
Sure. So thanks for having me back. It is a very complex situation.
Very.
Essentially, at the beginning of the pandemic, just kicked things off and created a domino effect of shortages, bottlenecks, labor issues as well. And so I'm expecting things to really tighten up around the holiday shopping season.
Yeah, production has been an issue in our country, and globally, production has been an issue. We don't realize how specific the supply chain is until it gets disrupted. And it's funny because in consumer minds, like, we should be past that. We figured out this whole online shopping thing. We figured out how to do virtual, but it doesn't make up for all those lost months in production.
So I am advising that consumers start shopping a little bit earlier.
And this is good news for us that consumers are going to start shopping earlier. And we'll talk about why.
Shortages. Do we need to buy everything early?
Thankfully not. So the things I would focus on right now are very specific items. So for instance, if a child on your list wants a toy, for instance, that they saw on a hot toy list, or if a teen looks for something on TikTok and it's trending and they want that item.
Okay, so those are two big holiday sales tips. Number one, focus your PR around getting listed on holiday buying lists. There are holiday buying lists in like national places, but there are also like bloggers and such who will create their holiday buy list. And so if you've got a product, be focusing on how can I get that listed, and then use TikTok. So if you've got a product that is targeted towards maybe a younger audience, you should definitely be marketing it on TikTok and reaching out to TikTok influencers to get them talking about your product and get people buying them earlier.
Those are the things that I would buy right now. If you have more general things like, bags of coffee or candles or blankets, things like that, I think you'll be fine to buy those general things a little bit later.
So now what is exciting for me with this is that you kind of have two different holiday sales seasons. So you have the October holiday sales season, you have the November holiday sales season, and then yay for you, I think December might actually be a little bit slower and you might be able to catch your breath. You do need to be marketing and selling your holiday stuff earlier though, because shipping is going to be an issue. And if you have supplies that you have to be able to order in, you can't guarantee your supply chain either. So focusing on early holiday sales, I think is going to be good for you, it's going to be good for your consumers, and it's going to be giving you a little bit more of a free December. Plus, people did save money this year. I mean, not going out to eat as much, not going to the movies as much, not limiting their vacations. My husband and I had our 20th anniversary last December, and we had originally planned to like go to Europe or something. Instead, we drove around, like we went on a drive. Like, people saved money, and they have it to spend
In the season.
Now, what if our viewers just don't have the money in their budget to shop so early and are still saving up for holiday shopping?
Right. So again, I would focus on those very specific items right now. And, many credit cards offer you the opportunity to spread out your purchases over a few months.
Guess who else could answer that?
Look at that.
You could do that.
Also many major
So you don't have to only rely on the credit cards. You could offer like a 3-pay option where they spread it out and get that set up on auto draft.
retailers like Amazon, Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Walmart, they offer buy now, pay later services. And each one of those services is a little bit different. So you want to read the fine print and see if they're charging.
Yeah, you even just splitting up your payments. And obviously you would have to cover your expenses and your shipping and all those things in payment number one. So that is something that's a little bit different for small businesses versus giant retailers, that you need to cover your costs on payment number one, but then you could split that up. So they could be paying, buying in October and then making another payment in November, another payment in December. And you can do that without even having to charge interest. So you could actually beat the retailers if you wanted to, or the big credit cards.
Option to spread out your financial outlay right now.
And I want to follow up on my last question. So how do you suggest saving money if you're buying before all those holiday sales start up?
Sure. So, of course, if we're buying right now, we're not taking advantage of those great holiday sales like over Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But there are a lot of tools that I would recommend.
Now, I have heard rumor that some companies are going to be doing their Black Friday sales earlier this year, that they're even going to be doing some big sales in October in order to help balance out the shipping and some of those issues and concerns. So you could do you could do like a Black and Orange Friday and do it in October and get people buying earlier. You don't have to wait for Black Friday. This is not a year that is quite so dependent on that one weekend. And I think that you have a little bit more leeway to spread things out, especially because if you're shipping anything at all, you can't compete with these big corporate shipping accounts that are going, they're never going to put your orders as a higher priority than Amazon's, right? So you've got to figure out how do you make sure you can deliver on the promises you make to your customers.
That people use to save before the holiday shopping season starts. So I work with a bunch of these platforms. There are a couple that I'll share with you. If you're shopping online, I would recommend Rakuten. They have a browser extension called the Rakuten Cashback button. And once you install it, it alerts you to available cashback. It compares prices for you. It runs coupons for you at checkout. So that's an easy way to save while you're shopping online. And then
I would recommend, if you have a product-based business, you go check out how do I get listed on Rakuten and what does that look like on the retailer side.
If you're shopping in store, try another company that I work with called Coupon Cabin. I like their smartphone app because they have an in-store tab that you click on. It'll let you know if there are available savings that you can use.
Unless you're listed in stores, that one's probably not going to make a difference for you.
You can look at Slick Deals and Retail Me Not, Honey, lots and lots of great ones. So definitely use at least one smart shopping app on your phone and one browser extension on your computer.
I'm a Honey user myself there. And finally, what are the best backup options if you can't find what you're looking for or you do end up leaving everything until the last minute?
Sure. So there are a lot of great digital gifts out there. So, for instance, subscription boxes.
Digital gifts.
And you can get a subscription box for a recipient with wine, with coffee, with clothes, with toys. There are so many great options there, and you can buy 1 month or 3 month or 6 month. So that's a really good option, especially for your last minute shopping. And I also love digital gift cards. You can buy those and get them very, very quickly, and you can even
Okay, so do you have options like that? Do you have any digital gift giving? Is there a way that people can buy something from you and give it to the people that they love? I love the subscription box model, but if you don't already have one, I wouldn't recommend trying to start one this fast. It takes time. It's a lot of work. There's a lot that goes into creating your shopping cart and getting all that set up. Not something you can pull off super fast. But digital gift cards, anybody can pull off gift cards. And so I would recommend that you start thinking through that. So you've got October, where you can be doing early Black Friday type promotions and trying to get your stuff positioned in like hot buy lists so you can get some movement and traction. You've got November, which is where I think most people will be doing the majority of their shopping. And then once you get, I'm going to guess, and this is totally just a guess, but I'm going to guess once you get like to mid-October or mid-November, late November, even like Black Friday, I just think you're going to see stores doing their sales earlier. But once you get to that point, that's where I think people are going to start getting worried about, will my products get there on time? Is there going to be a shipping delay? And you as a small business owner might have a little bit more issues with your supply chain. So shift to then selling gift certificates and being able to utilize that now. I'm going to take my advice even into the beginning of next year in October, November, December, most people shift from buying presents for themselves and they shift into buying presents for other people. So they're still spending, they're just spending differently. Once you hit January, I would recommend that you do a promo on like what you really wanted for Christmas, because a lot of people get cash or they get gift cards given to them for Christmas. And now this is a time to go back to all those people who bought October, November, December and were buying for other people and now market to them to buy for themselves. So I would consider your holiday season to be really a 4-month cycle this year. I do think you're going to see a slowdown when we get into December. So maybe more like 3 months and 1 week. So October, November, first week of December, pick up again right after the holidays, and people will start spending those gift cards that other people bought for them. So there you have it. I think it is fascinating to look at what consumers are looking at and then figure out, okay, if this is what the big retailers are looking at, how do we make this work for us as small businesses? Thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful and you want to check out more Business Coach Reacts videos, make sure that you check out the playlist. Thanks so much.